31 Wicker Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef. And not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island. Can't think of a better way to do time. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse?
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Cocaine.
Alphonse?
I put cocaine in it.
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
Oh, he thinks we're going to beat some ass. Approach Boccarini's house. I shall approach it, like no man has ever approached the house before. Okay, we can see his name, I imagine.
A criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
I saw something over here as well. There it is.
Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd.
That does seem quite odd. Anything else? Nope. I'm guessing we can do something with that gnome. Oh, we already had a look at that. Yep, garden gnome.
Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well.
Or he's been dead for a long time. We're about to find a corpse. That would be somewhat sad and mostly disgusting, I can only imagine. Okay. Wait, do we have two options here? No, just door. Oh. Because it's... yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever. Let's just ring the doorbell. We got that covered as well in case he runs. Oh, what's broken?
The bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors.
Man, I took half an hour to decide that. And then I have to do the door anyway. I'm gentle.
Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
That didn't seem very gentle at all.
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, that's where part of the fence went, I suppose. Well, that's one mystery solved. There we go. We're already doing our job well. Best detective ever. Oh Jesus! Holy
Is that our man?
shit!
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alphonse will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right.
Holy
I have
shit!
to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Oh, okay, he just sort of went away. Salt and Waters Investigation Board. Right, let's have a look at the board. So we can do selects. Okay, I guess we don't have any
Maybe
info
the
yet.
body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Clues? No clues. Okay. Oh, alright. Maybe body parts, right. Let's have a look at the body part, shall we?
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Okay, now. Okay. Oh, we can look at this. No? Can we not? Ah.
Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost passed for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time.
Are you trying to be funny right now? Are you kidding me? Oh, we can look up as well. Right, in that case, let's go back here. It's different or weird camera.
His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself. His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And
Yeah.
if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies.
That
I
opening
must remember
scene.
to ask Alice.
That opening scene did seem a bit sick, but this is crazy. Like, well, not sick, but it seemed like weird stuff was gonna happen, but I wasn't expecting anything like this. This is pretty awesome, though.
This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
Maybe something supernatural or I don't know what, but...
What's he got stuck in there? Looks like the bottom of a glass.
What the...
It's Boccherini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
That's uncool, man. Right, let's have a look at this then. Mutilation. Okay, so I guess I need to put in these pictures.
Maybe the body parts can shed some light on Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini.
Okay, so I can only use 2 of the clues.
The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off.
That seems fairly important.
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. What looks like the bottom of a...
And that one too, I think, because one of them his hands ripped off or torn off. This one is teeth taken out.
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? What looks like the bottom of a...
Okay. Alright, so we're supposed to be looking for mutilation, so I guess, yeah, teeth being pulled out is mutilation. And I guess a broken glass in the back of his back is probably mutilation as well, but I don't know.
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
New clue. Okay. We're supposed to be looking for whatever tore out his eyes, though. What the fuck is that? It's a table. Okay.
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccherini encounter his murderer?
Oh my god. So much stuff.
Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
Okay.
A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter.
Alright. Scratches?
Fingernails scratched the wood.
And blood.
Blood ran like water.
Okay, got a new clue. I'll have a look at the board again in a minute. A watch.
Blood. Blood everywhere. What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
I actually do that sometimes, but I guess it's because his hands got ripped off.
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken?
I'm gonna say it broke during the struggle, but I guess we don't know for sure.
This was opened recently.
Nice bottle of Jack. Okay.
Smells of whiskey.
Wait, was that a glass? Oh my god, we're getting so many clues.
Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, is that a gun?
There's something under there. How'd it wind up under there?
Fully loaded? Yep.
Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
No shots fired. Interesting. I guess there's nothing back here, but let's just make sure. I want to not miss anything here. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's head back into the other room. I guess this might not be the other room, this is the kitchen. Yeah, they're not connected. What is that? Peas?
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar.
Okay.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
Ha! No, because he's dead. Glass of wine.
4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine.
I feel like it's the person who's there, or at least he had someone over.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
Or maybe he trusted whoever killed him and was having dinner with that person first.
Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them in cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccarini had company for dinner.
Leftover lasagna. It looks good. I'm a bit peckish. I think I'll have some. Knives. With 1 hint. There we go.
One
Missing
knife's
knife.
missing. The biggest one.
Oh, you know it. Okay. Why don't you try opening it normally first?
Shut from the inside.
Okay. Well, unless we can... Unless there's another, like, room on the other side of him, then we've got all the clues we're going to be able to get, I think. Oh, walking through the blood. Maybe there's stuff behind him as well. Nope, there's an upstairs though, but I guess we're not going there. There's a whole bunch of rooms over there.
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several.
Wait, what is that? I don't actually know what it is. Can I go behind him? I guess not. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, let's head over into this room. Which looks like it probably has a... Maybe we... Yeah, we probably can't go into every room. I kind of hope so.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the 2 of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
Alright, so we'll have to try and open that when Milton gets back. There's a spoon there. Oh, that must have taken out the eyeballs. I can only imagine. Oh yeah, there's still some... Whatever that is, like...
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Yeah, we'll go with sticky liquid. Okay, can we go past... Oh yeah, there's a garage. Let's go in here first. Okay. This is kind of reminding me of that Murdered Soul Suspect game that I played.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
I should have stayed in my diner.
Jesus Christ. This is disgusting as hell. Oh, what the... I assume he's doing that. Let's keep going up this way. Oh, is there something clutched in there, like his eyeballs, perhaps? Wouldn't rigor mortis have set in, or does that not work when the hands are cut off? I'm not sure.
Are these teeth from the body?
Oh, teeth.
Well,
Oh.
at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
What it... Whoever did this, what the fuck? What is that?
What is that?
The uterus?
Looks like a ritual. What was Boccarini mixed up in?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering right now. Holy hell. Nothing on that side? No, I guess not. Okay, let's go into the garage, I guess. Nothing there.
This
That's a
car
nice
looks
car.
too classy for a forger like Boccarini.
Yeah,
Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccarini, there was someone else in the house?
yes.
The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccarini.
Right. Well, we know there was other people in the
Vermont
house.
plates. Someone drove a long way.
Okay. What else?
Let's take a look in the glove compartment.
Let's...
Bingo.
What? Eyeballs?
A man's cigarette case.
Oh.
OB, one of the Boccherini clan?
I had to turn it upside down, but yeah, OB. Okay, nothing else there, so I've got a feeling we're about to have to go into the board, because I don't think there's anything else for us to do now. Pretty sure we picked up all the clues. Unless, what's-his-face appears again. We won't be able to go into this door. Milton. So, let's have a look at the, clues we've got. Right, so we got assaults. Wait, hold on, how do I... Oh, right, I see. Car. I got facts. Hold on, how can I check out the facts, please?
How did Boccherini encounter his murderer?
I can't actually go to the facts thingy. Murderer. Right, eyes. So what?
Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for what a teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid?
That's the most logical thing, right? Yeah.
A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it?
Say that again.
The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it?
Well, I've got a feeling this one's going in
Some
there.
kind of symbol drawn in blood.
Obviously some kind of ritual.
The mutilations and the trail of blood from the dining...
No. Maybe, I think the hands as well.
A sick altar of human flesh. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion.
Yeah.
The big question is, who did it?
That is a pretty big question. Alright, let's go back to the car.
The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini.
Right, well, plates and
A
cigarette
car with
case.
Vermont plates.
What is this?
A broken table.
Right, no.
The initials OB on a cigarette case. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house.
Right.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
How are we gonna figure that out?
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A broken table. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
That means he was still there.
2 pools of blood,
Oh.
one on either side of the dining room table.
Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Okay. Maybe the whiskey glass and then the other whiskey glass in there?
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass, it seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
Still in the house.
A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. A door in the corridor jammed shut. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
I like this. This is pretty cool. Alright, now the assaults.
How did Boccherini encounter his murderer? Pieces of glass from the window in the hall, found inside the house. The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs.
Maybe.
2 pools of... The trail of...
No.
2
That one maybe?
pools of blood.
Nope. Oh,
One on
sorry.
either side
Sorry,
of the
God.
dining room table.
Jesus.
An open bottle. A pistol, fully loaded. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood.
Did I already try it? No.
Table, scratched and covered in blood.
You can technically, unless you get like a grade or something in the end, you can technically just be wrong constantly.
The lamp, torn off its brackets.
Not one either. Oh, must have been this one then.
A bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, alright.
I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Right, that was
A broken
here.
table, scratched and covered in blood. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
I guess this one.
Blood from the dining room to
Oh, no. Alright, well, this one then.
Blood-stained wristwatch with a glass bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position?
Ah, right. Well, we only have 2 things,
A trail
so...
of blood from the dining room to the hall. The lamp, torn off its brackets and blood. Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Done.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
I thought the bell was broken. Where the hell did he just put his gun? Oh, this is not... I don't like this.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working.
Smart ass.
So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me.
Are we going into the other room?
Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Then he pulled his teeth out one by one as he died. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I
don't
helped.
know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me. Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
There's an open window, so I guess he just left through that. We can talk to him. Let's talk to him.
Why'd you go to jail?
For murder, but...
You didn't do it, of course.
Of course I did it, but I didn't intend to.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
That be the truth, son.
We've lost the only lead we had to help us find Sophia Capone.
You think Boccarini's murder could be related?
Maybe. It's hard to say.
Alright, let's go look around, shall we? A suitcase. Packed, perhaps? Oh, it's not a very hard locked suitcase. No deciphering to do. Ooh, okay.
Jesus. There's at least $1 million here.
That was a lot more back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Boccarini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccarini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much.
I don't know exactly what it would be, inflation and all that, but I reckon $1 million then would probably be at least be 10 million now. Probably a lot more than that, actually. I don't know. Maybe 50 million. I don't know.
Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's signed NI.
Mm-hmm. These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
Do we know him?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
Holy shit!
Out of my way! Out! Out!
This guy's scaring the shit out of me.
Milton! Milton!
You're doing fine on your own, Mr. Ness. I believe in you.
Not too tough to do this, luckily. Oh, Milton, what the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, wow. That's a lot easier than Game of Thrones one. This is not the killer. This is the guest guy. This is OB, I guess. This is the convicted rapist, I imagine. Oh. That was a really silly slap. Oh, why did we give him back the knife? God damn it. Milton, come on. Oh, never mind, Milton. I got him. It's all
Get
good.
out of my way, I said! He's coming back!
Who's coming back?
Him! The monster!
The guy who killed Boccarini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he
Oh.
like? Describe him for me.
That'd be sick.
It was a monster. Red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws! It was a monster! A monster!
Should I hit him again?
I believe him.
Burke, shut up. You're Osmond Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you. Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, yeah, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
So what's the meetup time?
Tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow or today?
No, it's going to be tonight. Don't get too comfortable. We'll be there in no time. The cops in Santa Esperanza aren't as straight as the cops in Vermont. Even so, I think they'll be delighted to see you at the station.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Ness. I have to take him to Alphonse.
Out of the question. I know his temper. He'll beat him to a pulp.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
Okay.
Okay. Too bad I didn't get the option there to say yes or no.
Shucks.
What?
I thought that bloodbath would cover up the smell of stale grease. I was wrong.